Hi, I'm Kyle the Iron Knight, and today we're talking about the top 7 shows that should have gotten one more season just to give us a little bit of closure. Why top 7? Well, 5 isn't enough and I'm too lazy to go to 10. Let's get started. This show had a fun supporting cast, main characters, fun villains. It did its characters justice. The only thing it didn't do right was its ending. On the very last episode, we get the villains being cured of their powers as well as the heroes, a chimera type monster between 2 of the main villains because they absorbed too much bang baby gas, and the show ends. The very last episode gives us a badass monster thing, and we don't get any more. Static Shock needs one more season because I want to see this thing. I want to see where they were taking it. I'm sure you do too. The follow-up to Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, ran for 3 seasons, and like every show on this list, just had an abrupt end. On the very last episode, it was just Terry McGinnis telling the story of his early days as Batman. But unlike a lot of the shows on this list, a few years after the show was cancelled, we got somewhat of an ending. In Justice League Unlimited Epilogue, it showed a time jump of several years to an adult Terry McGinnis. I'm grateful that we got this tiny bit of closure, but at the same time it felt like a cop-out. I personally would have loved a 4th season, even if it meant having a little bit of a time jump, just so we can learn everything in that 20-minute episode over the period of a season. It deserved more than what it got. This show did not last long, but it was fun. In its final episode, we got this climactic battle between the Green Goblin and the spectacular Spider-Man. Neither one holding back, pushing the other one to their limits. And how does it end? With the main villain, who everyone thinks is dead, getting on an airplane, going to go somewhere else. What? You can't end a show like that. As Peter said in the final episode, Harry has no dad, Peter has no Gwen. We didn't get a 3rd season. It feels empty. Yeah, 2 on this list with the same character, I know. But Spider-Man apparently has that dogma where they just end his shows before they really finish. This show ended with symbiotes being shot out of the Earth's core, hundreds of them. What? You can't end like that. The High Evolutionary, what happens to him? Does Peter get home back to his Earth? Or does he stay on Counter-Earth and end up with the Doctor? There's a lot of flirtation there. I grew up watching the original Spider-Man the Animated Series, and this was a good follow-up to it. Another season. Give it to us, please. This show only ran for 24 episodes. It was fun, it was great. Wolverine as the leader of the X-Men, Charles Xavier in a coma so he can't be there to guide them like he usually is. Cyclops, beaten and broken after he believes Jean is dead. Introduction of the MRD. And the Sentinels, thoroughly intimidating. But ending it the way they did. If they did not tease at Apocalypse and showing members of the X-Men on his side, they could have ended it right there, no problem. But they had to give us that teaser. This show was gorgeous. It only ran for 19 episodes, but my gosh, the cast was perfect. The layout, amazing. I just love this animation style. It's called Uprising, and it literally canceled on the episode that the Uprising began. You don't have to give me a full extra season, just finish this one. Give us a bit of a tie-in, to the movie. Before we show our number 1, here's a few honorable mentions. It had deep, complex episodes, fascinating characters. After running for 5 seasons, it gives us this as an ending. Beast Boy running off into a bright light to go help his team fight the villains of the episode. The loose ends that this thing left, it blows my mind. Things like, how is Terra back? What is Slade planning? How the hell is this a thing? And what is this thing, and how do the Titans beat it? Leave it hanging like that. And giving us a straight-to-TV DVD movie, Trouble in Tokyo, literally had no real ties to the end of the series. It was insulting. Teen Titans needed one more season just to answer these questions. This was my list. It may not be perfect, but it's mine. I would love to know what yours is. What shows do you wish got one more season?